Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. If you're new here, the Rideshare Hub is a channel all about being a better rideshare driver and making money. So if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. If you've been thinking about becoming an Uber or Lyft driver, make sure you click the link in the description below for a good sign-on bonus. All right, my name is Chris, and you might recognize me from the channel Real Rideshare Stories, but today, like I said, we're on the Rideshare Hub. So what we're going to be talking about today is 10 different scams that Uber and Lyft passengers try to pull to get either a free ride or reduced ride or whatever it is, where they're doing whatever it takes to try to make a free or reduced rate ride at the expense of Uber or Lyft, at the expense of you as a driver, whatever it might be. So let's dive right into it. All right, number one. Passengers pretending to be Lyft or Uber employees to get you to do things against terms of service. This one happens actually quite often that you hear about, and they claim that they're Uber, Lyft employees, and they try to get you to do things that are against terms of service. That's a major scam right there, just because it could be anything that they're trying to pull. And they're trying to put fear into you by saying that it's against or it's okay to do, or they're employees, and they'll try to deactivate you if you don't. Don't allow that. If they do something like that, or if it's against terms of service, right away call Uber or Lyft, whoever it was. Report them, and let Uber or Lyft know, because you're probably also going to get a false report from these people where they're trying to make up some crap excuse. And that's going to be number two. Number two scam is false reports. Now, there are several types of false reports. If you want to watch a video where I talk about false reports on my channel, go head over there. I actually just did a video within this past week about false reports and some of the different ones and how you can handle and prevent them. So head over there, check that video out. But yeah, false reports come in many shapes and sizes, and they can be anything to get a reduced rate on the ride itself, to a free ride, to you being deactivated partially or full-time deactivation. So false reports can have a major impact against you. So you really want to make sure you know what to look out for and how to handle that, and also what to do to help prevent that. So number three, canceling mid-trip. I did a video on this on the Rideshare Hub, last video that I did, so check that video out too. Canceling mid-ride is a major scam that people try to do, and I talk about going in depth on how you can pay attention to it, how it gets set up, what happens if you don't realize what happens, and then if you do realize what happens. So make sure you check that video out too. Again, like I said, that was a few videos ago that I did on this channel, so scroll back on that. Number four, trying to fit too many passengers in what's room for. So if you drive a Uber X or a Lyft regular ride, it's 1 to 4 passengers. Like my Jeep Grand Cherokee, I have 4 passenger seats that I can only account for. So I cannot take more than 4 passengers. So if you try to fit 5, 6, 7, whatever it is into this ride, that's a scam, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to pay a regular price for an XL ride, and it's just not safe. There's not enough seatbelts. There's not enough seats for it. There's a lot of different things that can go wrong with that. I also did a video on this for a couple of people, or for people who tried pulling this already. I'm also actually putting another video together for a handful of people that tried doing this multiple times. So again, go over and check it out on my channel, where you can see what actually happened, what I did. And then there's another video that's going to be coming soon, where it's actually a few different times that it happened. But yeah, same thing also with an XL ride. If people are trying to fit more than the amount of passengers you can in your car, you can't take it. Again, they need either 2 rides or to order a larger ride. If they are in an XL, they just need 2 rides then in general. But yeah, those are definitely a couple of things that you want to watch out for, and definitely not let them take advantage of you on. And then I also go into a few reasons there, but real quick on trying to fit too many passengers in the car. If you ever get into an accident or pulled over, you're going to get ticketed both times. You're also probably not going to, the insurance company will also not allow you to, or will not allow you to make a claim because they're going to say you had too many passengers in the car. That's not what it's allowed for. You didn't follow the rules. You're at fault. If you try to go through your personal insurance is going to be like, no, that was during a rideshare ride. We aren't covering you. And there's going to be some issues there. So it's all going to fall on you as a driver. So don't do it. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the money that you'll fork over. It's not worth it at all. Cancel the ride or have them order 2 rides or whatever it is. But yeah, definitely do not take more than the amount of people you can. Number 5. It's when passengers ask if you can drop them off at a certain spot, and then they're going to claim that you dropped them off in a wrong spot. So this is a false report, but it's one of its own things where they're trying to get you to drop them off in an area that's not the designated drop-off location. And then they're going to call the company and say that you dropped them off in the wrong spot. Maybe that was technically the right spot they wanted. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to get a free ride there by saying that you didn't drop them off in the right spot. But that can definitely be a problem. So just make sure you watch out for that. Number 6, cash rides. And this is a big one. You'll have people who will offer to take cash rides or pay you cash for the ride. And they'll say maybe that the app isn't working right. They can't take or whatever it is. I don't know. But the problem with cash rides is, one, it's against terms of service for both Uber and Lyft. It's illegal in several areas, so you can't do that. If you are found taking cash rides, your insurance company will not pay for any damages that are incurred. They will probably also drop you from your insurance for doing that. It's not on Uber or Lyft's record. They're not getting paid for it, so you can get deactivated. And also, it's like I say, if there's anything that happens, you have no recourse. You have nothing that can happen. So cash rides are a big no-no. Don't do it. It's not smart. You can get deactivated. It's not worth it. Just not worth it. So don't do it. Number 7, this scam has been around for a long time and covered many different areas. It was really a retail scam at first, but it's gone all over. And it's the fake $100 bill or fake bill where they're trying to get change. And they can do it in many different ways. So they can be like, hey, do you have change for a 20, change for 50, change for 100, whatever it is. And then they try to confuse you. So you end up giving more money. That is, like I said, more of a retail scam, but it does happen. And then also, if they're trying to give you a fake counterfeit bill where they're getting change back, maybe they give you 100 and you actually had 100 back, and you gave them, say, 95 and they gave you 100, or 90 and they gave you this fake 100. You just lost $90. It's a fake bill scam. Like I said, it's been all over the place. It does happen within Uber and Lyft rides as well too. So don't make change for anybody. Don't carry change on you at all, or cash. That's probably the best route. If you don't have to, don't do it. But yeah, that's definitely something that you want to watch out for. All right, number 8, claiming that you picked up the wrong passenger. This is a scam that people try to pull quite often because they're trying to get a free ride. One of the big things that you can do is when they come to your vehicle before the ride starts, have them say what who they're looking for, either the passenger, either by saying the passenger's name or by saying your name. So if somebody comes up to your car, say, hey, who are you looking for? What's your driver's name? Something like that, where you're getting the information out of them, verify it through the app, and then also say, hey, or verify the address to where they're going. If they say that's the wrong address or something like that, you know what? Then tell them they have to change it through the app. You can't change it through your side. They have to do it. That's just another layer of protection for you. But yeah, if you do those few things, or get into the habit of doing that, that's going to be a good thing, because you know you're taking the right passenger. If they make that false report, then you have some things on your side. I'm also going to talk about at the very end of this video one thing you can do to help prevent these scams, to help alleviate false reports and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that too. But yeah, if you do those few things, you'll make sure you pick up the right passenger, and they can't then really fight that or make that false claim. All right, number 9 is during surge, a passenger will put a pin just outside the surge area. So it'll look like a normal ride comes in that's just outside surge. If you accept it, and then either during the ride or once you hit that pin, you'll get a call or a text saying that's not the right spot. The actual pickup spot is a different spot, which was actually located in the surge zone. And passengers try to do that so they don't pay surge price. So you definitely need to watch out for that one. Follow the easiest thing to do is wherever the pin is, go to that location. If there's no surge around, and it's close by, and I mean really close by, then sure, you could go to that spot. But if it's not close by, have them cancel it, or you cancel after the 5-minute, because that's the wrong address. Use it to your discretion. If it's far away, wait the 5 minutes and cancel on them, and then go to the next ride. That's all I could say about that. Number 10, passenger will cancel just before arriving at the drop-off location, so you can't rate them bad if something goes wrong in the car. Now, this is a scam to keep their passenger rating high. And they might do that because something happens within the vehicle itself where you're going to rate them low, or they're trying just to keep their passenger rating high, so people can't rate them poor. That's a scam right there. If there is anything that happens, though, what you can do, you can call the company and then tell them what happened and try to give them a rating that way, so it can go on there. But yeah, that's something that you kind of want to watch out for as well, is if the passenger cancels just before you get to the drop-off location, or just as you're dropping them off, so you can't rate them, because if they cancel it, it just goes away and there's no rating ability. So definitely call the company and make sure you do that. So right there is 10 different scams that I went over with you, and there's one thing that you can do that can help stop all of that or prevent all of that. Or if they try to do false reports or any of this stuff, what you can do is you can have a dash cam that records everything. And if they try any of that stuff, you have it on camera and you have what actually happened. So you know exactly what's going on, and you can fight anything. So you can fight false reports, you can fight issues with anything, any scam, whatever it is, you have the ability. But also make sure to stay vigilant for other scams, because some of the scams are built in where you don't necessarily know, like canceling mid-ride. Again, go check that video out on the channel earlier, where we talk about what happens when canceling mid-ride. But again, there's so many different things. Also, there's many other scams out there, so just be aware, be careful, make sure you're doing the right thing. So that's the end of today's video. Hope you guys learned a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to check out my channel, Real Rideshare Stories, where we do a lot of different things within the rideshare industry, both tips and tricks for passengers and drivers. We do the World's Worst Rideshare Driver series, which is a YouTube series that I created with Rideshare Driver Joe, just a real funny series making fun of a lot of different things within rides itself. We actually do a lot of things on that channel, so make sure you head over there, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, check out some videos there as well. With that being said, though, guys, that's the end of today's video. Again, if you want to become a Uber or Lyft driver, make sure you click the link in the description below. Until next time, have a great day.